Today's lesson, 3-3, multiplying rational numbers. So in this lesson, we're going to learn how to multiply fractions, rational numbers, mixed numbers. And the easiest thing you need to remember is that when we multiply fractions, we multiply across the top, and then we multiply across the bottom. So when we multiply across the top for the first one, we get 4. Multiply across the bottom, we get 20. We reduce this, 4 goes into 4, 4 goes into 20. Our final answer would be 1/5. 1/5 would be our final answer. We always simplify, so simplest form. So we multiply across the top, we get 30. We multiply across the bottom, we get 120. What goes into 30 and 120? You can do this multiple times, but I do know that 30 goes into 30, 30 goes into 120, and I get 1/4 as my final answer. 3/4 times 8/21. So I multiply across the top, I get 24. I multiply across the bottom, I get 84. So I know that 12 goes into both, so I'm going to divide by 12. And I get 2/7 as my final answer, 2/7. Now, negatives are the same thing. We just forget about the negative until the very end. So we multiply across the top, 21. Multiply across the bottom, 36. Now it's negative because a positive times a negative is a negative. But then I notice that this can be simplified by 3. Divide by 3, and I get 7/12, negative 7/12, because of that negative out there. Now, for the next one, we know that a negative times a negative is a positive. So I know that this negative times this negative will give me a positive answer. 9 times 2 is 18. Over 12 times 3 is 36. I'm going to divide both of these by 18 because 18 goes into both. And I get 1/2 as my final answer. Now for the last two, I want to change them. We cannot just multiply them. We have to change them to improper fractions first. Now, remember, to change an improper fraction, or to change a mixed number into an improper fraction, we multiply the denominator by the whole number. So 3 times 2 is 6. And then we add the 1, or add the top number. So 3 times 2 is 6, plus 1 is 7. So 7/3 times 2 times 7 is 14. 14 plus 5 is 19/7. And then we multiply across the top. So 7 times 19 is 70, and 63 is 133/21. And then before I do anything with this, I noticed that 7 can go into both of these. So I divide by 7, and I get 19/3. And then I want to change that into a mixed number. So 3 goes into 19 6 times with 1 left over, because 6 times 3 is 18, with 1 left over, so 6 1/3 would be my final answer for that one. Okay, so I gotta change. So 8 times 3 is 24, plus 3 is 27/8. Times 3 times 2 is 6, plus 1 is 7, 7/3. So then I take 27 times 7, which would be 140 and 189. So 189/24. I know that this is divisible by 3. And I get 63/8. Now how many times does 8 go into 63? And that would be 7 times. 8 times 7 is 56. 63 minus 56 is 7. So 7 7/8 would be my final answer. And you can type these in to your calculators. under alpha y equals. You can put them in, and we can do that. I'll actually show you in the next one here how to do that. All right, evaluate. So we know how to evaluate. We always start off with a problem. So rewrite the problem, 1/2 AB. So 1/2, what is A? 6/7. So 6/7 goes in parentheses. Parentheses means multiply. And then we have -4/9. So let me show you, if you use your calculator, what you're going to have is okay, well, I'm going to have to wait and see here. We'll have to do that. I'll have to show you in class because this isn't going to work right now. I have to get my license renewed. But anyway, moving on then. So we multiply across the top. 1 times 6 times 4 is 24 over 2 times 7 times 9. 2 times 7 is 14. 14 times 9, 126. Let's see here. I know these are both divisible by 2. So I get 12 over 63. You can divide that by 3 again. That's going to give me 4 over 21 as my final answer. And it's actually going to be -4 over 21 because of that negative right there. 3/4 xz. So 3/4 times x is 14 over 15, times z, which is -3 over 7. So I want to show you a little quick trick on this, and it's not a big deal if you don't get it. Again, you can always multiply across the top and across the bottom. But I want to show you something. Notice that there's a 7 here and a 14 in the numerator. What do we know about 14 over 7? Well, this reduces to 1 because 7 into 7 goes once. 7 into 14 is twice. What else do I notice? Then I notice that 3 in the numerator, 15. So 3 can go into 15. 3 goes into 3 once. 3 goes into 15 5 times. Then I have one more that I see here, which is the 2 and the 4. There's a 2 in the numerator and a 4 in the denominator. 2 goes into 2 once. 2 goes into 4 twice. And now 3 is left in the numerator. 1, 1, 3 are left in the numerator. So if I look at the numerator here, 1, 1, 3, that's what's left in the numerator. That's 3. And then in the denominator, I have 2, in the denominator, I have 2, 5, and 1. So 2 times 5 is 10, times 1 is 10. And then I have to look at this, so it's -3/10. Lewis typically eats 4 1/4 ounces of fruit each day. Today he ate triple his usual amount. How many ounces of fruit did Lewis eat? So basically what we want to do is take 4 1/4 times 3. So the first thing we got to do is change this. 4 times 4 is 16, plus 1 is 17. 17 over 4 times 3 over 1. Multiply across the top. I get 51 over 4. How many times does 4 go into 51? 12 times is 48. 12 times 4 is 48. So there's 3/4 left over. So that's how much he ate of fruit, 12 3/4 ounces. Make sure we label. What is the product of -3.5 times 5 and 5, 6? So again, we're going to change this. So 3 times 2 is 6, plus 1 is 7. Don't worry about that negative. So forget about the negative and multiply. 2 times 3 is 6, plus 1 is 7. Then tack on the negative. So we don't worry about the negative when we're changing. We worry about it after. Times 6 times 5 is 30, plus 5 is 35 over 6. Nothing can be reduced here. So a negative times a positive is a negative answer. And then 7 times 35 would be 21, 245 over 12. And then to change this to a mixed number, again, forget about the negative for a second. How many times does 12 go into 245? Well, that would be 2 times, would be 24. So 20 times would be 240 with 5 twelfths left over, and then that negative because of this negative right there. So negative 20 and 5 twelfths. Evaluate again. 3x minus 12y. So 3 times negative 2 over 9 minus 12 times 1 over 6. Now what I can do here is I can make 3 over 1 a fraction and 12 over 1 a fraction. Now what's nice here, multiplying, so I see this. 3 in the numerator, 9 in the denominator. 3 goes into 3 once, 3 goes into 9 3 times. Now multiply across the top. So we can multiply 1 times 2 will give me 2. And then multiply across the bottom. 1 times 3, which will give me 3. Don't forget the negative. Minus, now notice here I have 12 and 6. So 6 goes into 6 once, 6 goes into 12 2 times, and now I can multiply. So then I can multiply 2 times 1, which is 2. And then I have 1 times 1, which is 1. So then I have over 1. Now this goes back to adding and subtracting fractions. I'm subtracting. So now I need to find a common denominator, which is going to be 3. So negative 3 minus, put 3 on the bottom here. Well, this fraction stays the same because it already has a denominator. 1 to 3, I had to multiply by 3. So I'm going to multiply the 2 by 3 and I get 6. So I have negative 2/3 plus the opposite, which would be negative 6/3. And then because the denominators are the same, I keep the denominator. And because the numerators are both negative, I can simply add them. So 2 plus 6 is 8, and I get negative 8/3. Now convert this to a mixed number. And I get 3 goes into, so the negative outside, and 3 goes into 8 twice with 2 left over, so negative 2 and 2/3. And again, we'll do this on a calculator, so I'm not too concerned about it.